Hey guys, so something's been happening to me recently and I wanted to share. I want to share because I want you guys to 5D so hard that this starts happening to you and you have a choice if you want it to continue happening to you or not. It's a positive thing. It's not too down. But so this is happening and like it's one of those things where it takes you a while to realize it's happening because you're like, did that just? No. So I want you to 5D so hard and I want you to be so in tune with your spirit guides, your guardian angels, or God or Jesus, whoever you want it to be. I want you to 5D so hard that when you lose something and you ask them to find it, help you find it, because you know every time I lose something, I'm like, Archangel Metatron, he's really good with memory and stuff. Can you help me find this item? Show me in my mind's eye where it's at. And the last 6 times I've done it, I looked someplace. It wasn't there. I looked away. I looked back, maybe about a minute later after doing something. It was right where I had looked already. And it happened again today for like the 5th time. The first few times I was like, did that? And then in my head I was like, I think my spirit guides put it there. Because I did look. I looked. It was not there. It was there when I went and I came back and did something. But today it happened because it was like this purple thing that holds my my hair bonnet because I had tried my hair. And it was like, it was not there. And then it appeared. And so the last 2 years since I've gotten very in touch with my spirit team and realized you can just co-create with them and ask them whatever you want. One of the main things I do just about every day is ask them to help me find stuff. My memory is just not what it was when I was younger. So I'm always like, can you help me? And eventually I'll be led right to what I need to do. And it's one of those things that like you tell people and you may not believe it. And that's okay if you don't. But it's also a thing where like, if you guys are on the spiritual path, I want you to know like this is where you end up. If you collapse the spiritual world with this earth walk. To me, this is an earth walk. I call it an earth walk. Like it's a matrix, it's an earth walk because like spirit is like right here. Like it's around me. I can ask it, I can call on it because I've developed that relationship and you can do it too. And it's one of those things where I have to go, wow, that happened. This is a thing. Are you okay with that level of spiritual involvement in your life? I have to, because if I say I don't like it, they won't do it anymore. And if I say I do like it, which I did, I was like, y'all can keep doing this. I like magic. I like not being able to find things and they're there magically, okay? Right? And I say it because, something when I tell people of how much I rely on guardian angels and my archangels and my dragon guides and other guides and galactic guides who've stepped forward. One of the things are like, you got to be careful when invoking those spirits because you are letting them in your life. And I'm telling you they are. And that's why it's a little bit more of a serious topic. Because I'm telling you, I'm very okay with them taking the initiative to just put it there. I've asked enough time that they know. I'm okay with the level of sometimes I'm not paying attention, I end up somewhere. And I know I channeled that because I need it to be there for the benefit of myself or for someone else. And it's very clear like, oh, okay, they just sort of like channeled that through me. I was on autopilot, but I ended up where I needed to go because they channeled through me. So when you're claircognizant and clairsentient means that you feel energy. And claircognizant's like a knowing. One of the things you have is that you can ask them pretty easily for something and your actions will get you to the place you need to go. Be it a website for the question you asked, be it a store, be it the answer to your question, you'll have an interaction that'll make it obvious. But definitely you are closer on the channeling and just letting spirit in and them sort of controlling your moves. More so than people who have other skills and benefits where it's a little bit more separated. And I am okay with that. Yesterday, I have a speech this Saturday. All of a sudden yesterday, I'm in the mirror and I just start going. And I was like, let me write this down. I write a whole speech down. I look at it. I'm like, this is good. But I channeled that. Like it's me, but I'm a conduit to collective consciousness because I'm connected to the spiritual realm. very strong cords. And again, I was like, thank you, because to me to get the speech out on my own, I would have to rack my brains. But for you to bring that download to me where I could just let it flow and look at it and go, this is it. This is the speech. You know, this is a game changer. I'm okay with that, right? And you have to constantly, as you invoke, as you co-create, if you choose to go the route that I do, you can go any route you want to 5D. It's just so easy to co-create and ask for help and get it and make an intention. They take it over. But I'm an outsourcer. If you look at my other business, like I outsource in that, but I only have to do like 2 hours of work a day of my other business. And it's like a big multi-6-figure business. But I outsource. I have this person does this person does that. I'm the same with my spirituality, but it works. It's just a thought, taking a moment to have a thought. Because I do that, I am comfortable with them just sort of having the download, coming into my life, making things appear that were not there a second ago because of the relationship we developed and connected with. I can imagine there's someone out there that maybe you don't like that level of intrusiveness. You want to have a firm wall between you and spirit. You want to have a firm line, like you don't just do that because even though that's what I wanted until I ask, you don't want to see it, right? So it's something to think about. Now I'm so clear and intentional, you know, the 1,000 times I asked to find something, now you're just starting to let it appear. Like I'm cool with that. Like it's been 1,000 times, okay? Literally. Just literally every day. And I'm okay with downloads coming. So like I needed help with the speech. I asked them 2 days ago, give me help with the speech because, you know, I want to make it great. And all of a sudden I'm in the mirror and then something takes over and I'm just like, yeah, and I'm talking. But the words, the words are divine. The words are the words needed for this moment in time in 2020 as I was heading up into 5D. And again, I looked at it, I saw it because I'm conscious and aware when it's me or when it's spiritual or spirit or higher self or my guardian angels or my ancestors. I'm just aware. And I went, more please. We can do this. I'm allowing it. You are allowed. You're doing a great job. But I say it with a little bit of caution because I'm going to be aware if maybe a line is crossed, which I don't think it'll happen, hasn't happened yet. But the closer you get, just, I want you to 5D so hard that you have to be like, okay, guys, you can't do that, okay? That they're doing so much for you, you got to probably tell them to pump the brakes one day. That's how much I want you to 5D. When I say 5D, I mean, I want you to integrate the spiritual world that is here to help and support you so much that it is seriously magic on your fingertips, okay? Because this is just an earth walk. I'm a spiritual being. I'm trying to get to the point where I can do telekinetic stuff, remote sense, astral project, walk on water. Maybe in the 5D we can. But I'm trying to get to that point. We are infinite. We are divine. I know it. I believe it. I act as if. So I do studies because I know eventually I can have that gift or ability. It is not above us. It's about our frequency and our persistence. And that's how much I want you to 5D. So that's a cool little thing I wanted to show about when you invoke and co-create, you get to a point years in, it doesn't happen maybe at first, where you just get help with a thought. You don't even have to explicitly ask anymore. And when you do get to that point, you just decide, are you okay with that level of involvement or not? As a supreme outsourcer, I have a whole business called 2 Hour Entrepreneur where I teach people how you only have to work 2 hours a day if you want and how to outsource and do it smart and create systems and automate things. Because a lot of people don't have the skill set. You know, this works for me, but I'm very conscious and I'm very aware of it. Very willing to go, hey, let's cut the ties if we need to, or the cords. But I don't. I love them. They know me really well. And I love this relationship where some needs I don't even have to, I can just think of, and they are being provided for. So when I say at 5D, it took a lot, it takes work to get here to this level of faith and trust and connection. But life is so much easier this way. So I did a thought experiment because, I just do this. What if like this new world order takes over and I don't want to take the mark of the beast or the vaccine and I'm in a concentration camp? And I was just like, I would not care because I'll just be like, all right, Jesus, God, Spirit guides. All right, show me how to get the key. Show me how to get out of here. Oh, I'm supposed to stay here? Okay, show me how to get a good meal. All right, thank you. Show me how to make sure we're unharmed today. All right, thank you. Show me how to get us all out of here. All right, transmute all this energy to divine love and light. Shower that guard with love. Raise his vibration so he knows that this is the wrong thing to do and how to do the right thing. Clear all the negative entities in this cell. Like, I was just thinking, if I was a slave with the knowledge I have now, what would I do? It was just on and on. Like, okay, I'd ask for this. If I couldn't get free, I'd be like, well, then what I want is a warm night tonight. I want to be safe. I want to be unharmed. I want us to, have a good time. And I was like, would I be able to still keep this level of 5D consciousness? Would I still be able to keep my vibration high? And I just started thinking, well, yeah, I would just keep on asking and getting guided to the positives. And if I'm supposed to be locked up in chains or enslaved, how do I make the best out of the situation? How do I, a goal would be to eat well or to remain unharmed. A goal I would manifest and co-create would be freedom, right? It would be learning the lessons. It would be, how do I have joy today? Because I asked Lord Ganesha, if I have a party, the God you want to talk to, or if you want to like pray for a good party, is Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha. Oh, shoot, something's in my mouth. Lord Ganesha, how do we have a fun time today in captivity? And it's such an interesting place to be once you have this level of awareness. And not that I ever want to be in those situations, but you control and create your destiny. But there are sometimes parameters that you are supposed to experience because of your soul contract. But the idea is with these thought experiments, 5D is so hard. Doesn't matter. You'll be the happiest person locked up that anyone has ever seen. And that can affect others. I know that sounds crazy, but it's real. Your attitude affects your altitude, as my soulmate mate says when he's being negative. And I'm like, why don't you just manifest this? He was like, you're right. And that's how hard I want you all to 5D. The spirit world and the earth lock. Collapse it. Make it one. If you like Jesus, make it with Jesus. If you like God, make it with God. But get to the point where they co-create and help you out so much, they have your back in any situation. Even in the worst case scenario of Black Mirror scenario, that you can do it. All right, I'm going to let you guys go with that. Love you out there. Hope you had fun with that. All right, bye.